everyone. Welcome to the weekly update this week. Alice, congratulations on winning your fish tank. One of the coolest things we're doing here at Fishy Business is our new kids program. And our kids giveaway, I'm more excited about any other giveaway that we're doing. Every single week, we've got a giveaway for kids. If you have a kid that might be interested or you're trying to get them in a really cool hobby, bring them by. There is no cost to enter, and maybe they'll win a fish tank. And Jamie Collins, you are the winner of the Voyager 3. I'm happy to give it to you because you're going to love it. If I can remember how to put it so you can actually see it. So there's so much going on. Let's get right into the update. So while we have a lot of products here at Fishy Business, one of my favorite is the automatic fish feeder. Fish feeders are very, very important because we're now coming into the time of season where with spring and with summer, you go on vacation, you're doing things, you're going places. Having your neighbor feed your fish is not always a good option. Putting a feeder, any type of feeder thing in your tank that's slow dispersing is not as good as putting an automatic feeder on your tank. The Spotlight product this week, and you'll want to make sure that you make a comment or two because that's how you end up winning it every week, is the XS feeder by Sarah. And while I would love to go into detail, what better than the Sarah rep, Therese, to tell you more about it.
Hi, I'm here to tell you about Sarah's newest additions to the product line we have here in the US, and that is our feeder. We have two sizes, automatic feeders. The one I will demonstrate is the small feeder. This feeder allows you to feed 2 times a day. It is motorized with batteries. You have option 1 time a day, 2 times a day. You can also do manual feedings. It is a drum style. You are able to adjust the portion size according to your fish and your load of fish. This will come with a rimless tank mount. And you also have the option of using this stand, which has a feeding hole over an opening on a tank with a lid. And now I will show you feeding in use. Welcome back. My fish are probably trying to figure out why they're getting so much food. But it's just that easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay, so that's it for that. Let's get on to the rest of the update.
Hi, it's Kevin. I'm going to show you something a little different from what I usually show you every week. This week I want to spotlight on just catfish. I have so many different types of catfish in the store right now. I want to showcase most of them so you can get an idea of what all ranges there are of catfish. Some are tiny little nice little guys that will help keep your tank clean. Others are bloodthirsty demons that could possibly swallow anything in your tank when they're full grown. I'm going to show you a little bit of all of them. One of the first ones I want to show you are I've got in some beautiful Synodontis eucterus. All Synodontis catfish like a very hard alkaline pH. They do best in with African cichlids, and they work really well with African cichlids so far as water quality and aggression level. Most of them are nocturnal, so they may even swim upside down to keep the light out of their eyes because they hate light that much. They're kind of like my spirit animal. These are some nice little single line Pictus catfish, also called Gracilis Pictus catfish. They're one of the smaller Pictus cats. They usually top out about 3 to 4 inches. They make really good tank mates for barbs and other semi-aggressive fish. I may have covered these in the video last week, but they're so freaking cool I got to do it again. These are the glass catfish. These are an Asian import. These guys usually top out about 3, almost 4 inches possibly. They do best in groups of 5, and they're a great addition to a community tank. Gotta include these in with the catfish. These are your albino and green Cory catfish. These are some of the best cleanup crew that you can get for a community tank. They'll eat uneaten food and stuff off the bottom, and they'll keep the bottom relatively clean. Now bear in mind, there is no catfish that actually eats waste. They are going to help keep the uneaten food to a minimum. They're not going to replace water changes, and they're not going to eat poop. These are the smallest catfish we have. These are little pygmy cory cats, and these guys won't even get over an inch long maximum size. I also have a lot of much larger catfish I'm about to show you that's going to heavily contrast in size with these guys. This little guy is going to be a monster. This is a hybrid between the red-tailed catfish and a tiger shovel-nosed catfish. They can reach up to about 3, possibly 3.5 feet, so they will need an extremely large tank. This is a Lima shovel-nosed catfish. They do not get nearly as large as a tiger shovel-nose. Lima shovel-nose are really interesting because they will headstand and do a lot of other acrobatics in the tank, trying to look like a floating limb in the water in order to ambush any kind of prey that comes by their way. They will eat small fish, so be careful choosing tank mates. They can get up to about 18 inches full size. This one is a river monster. This is a red-tailed catfish. He's just a baby right now, but this little baby could reach up to 3 feet plus. So definitely make sure whatever you're planning on keeping him in is large enough to sustain a fish that large. Here we have a tiger shovel-nosed catfish. Tiger shovel-nose are ambush predators as well. Get much larger than the Lima shovel-nose. These guys can usually reach up to about 3 feet in length. These are spotted pictus catfish. These little guys are predatory, but they've got relatively small mouths, usually not much of a threat to most fish that are of any size. I usually recommend keeping them in with semi-aggressive tank mates, however, to do their best. When they're juveniles, they kind of run in schools, but as they get more mature, they generally tend to be a little territorial towards each other. From my experience, they do best if you actually keep them one per tank. These are striped Raphael catfish. As you can see, they hate light. They really hate light. They are a nocturnal fish with little beady eyes. They come out when there's food involved. They do really well with most decent-sized semi-aggressive fish. They're a pretty decent little scavenger and not much of a threat to most of their tank mates. They top out usually about 4 inches max size, but they get really wide, almost as wide as they are long. See, I told you they come out when there's food involved. They do love their food.
Hey y'all, it's Diana with your plant spotlight of the week. This week we're talking about the Ludwigia repens. Your Ludwigia repens is going to be one of your more easier plants to take care of. We're going to want to make sure whenever we get them, take them out of those bundles in order for them to grow up, leaves up all the way up the stalk. It's going to look great in the background of a tank. So we have some back here that are looking great. So come by and get some for your tank.
Hey guys, Hayden here. Today I'm going to be showing y'all a Duncan coral. But first, I want to announce the winner for the Chalice Coral giveaway we did last week. So congratulations, Tim Russell. You can ask for me or Kat anytime and come pick it up. So let's check out the Duncan corals. So here I have a bunch of different mini colonies and colonies of Duncans. They're kind of like the frog spawns, hammers, and torches. Not as quite as hard as a torch, but not as easy as a hammer. They like stability like all corals do. KH 8 to 10, magnesium 1350, calcium about 420. And they're super easy to take care of most of the time. They're really pretty, and if they sit here any longer, I'm going to cut them up. So come check them out.
Hey y'all, it's Diana with your saltwater portion of the weekly update. This week we have a lot of cool stuff coming in Friday, and a lot of cool stuff came in today. Another thing to be aware of is make sure you're paying attention to Facebook, because we're going to be having cool deals like these as we revamp the store. These guys just sold. Like, I had to redo this whole intro. Sold. So just pay attention to Facebook and come in and see all the new stuff that we're doing. This is the blue-eyed bristletooth tang. This guy just came in, and he came in looking beautiful. These guys only get about 8 inches and are reef safe. They are very chill temperament, beautiful fish to add to any aquarium. Alright, this guy here is the red-spotted hawkfish. These guys can get up to 10 inches and will eat small shrimp, so be aware of that when you're bringing him home. This guy is a Pearl Beauty. These only get about 4 inches and are one of the most reef-safe angels. They're great for smaller tanks and really hardy fish overall. This lovely lady right here is the clown grouper. These guys can get well over a foot long and will eat anything that they can catch or fit in its mouth. This guy is looking for her forever home. This beautiful guy here is the gold nugget wrasse in a photobombing monos. This guy only gets about 4 inches, reef safe with caution. He will eat your small shrimps, inverts, stuff like that, but they look absolutely gorgeous. This guy here is the lawnmower blenny. They get only around 5 inches and are reef safe. They can also help with algae problems if you are having any of those. This beautiful specimen right here is a general starfish. These guys can get up to a foot and will eat coral, so they are a fish-only tank. And they look absolutely stunning.
Hi everybody, Richard here again with our fish of the week. This week we have selected the sailfin mollies. These are the largest of the live bears that are readily available in our world, and the males are pretty flashy. Huge dorsal fin, and when they get excited they will throw it out trying to attract the women. Typically you want 1 male for every 2 or 3 females so he can, I don't know how to put that. We'll leave that alone. Sorry, Chuck. These guys like harder water. They like a higher pH. Some people will use aquarium salts, some people will use buffers, and even cichlid lake salts can bring out very good colors in them. Great little fish, but they will eat plants and vegetation, so fair warning on that.
So thanks for watching the video. A couple more things I want to show you real quick before we leave. That is the new Tideline series of tanks that we have. They are really, really cool. You got to check out the size of some of these. I mean, for a great little space in your house, they come with a Kessel light. It's all inclusive. You can do some really, really cool designs with these tanks. The other thing that everybody asks every time they come in is about this thing. Well, look. Believe it or not, water is actually entering the pond again. You might want to let me know whether or not you want saltwater or whether you want freshwater, because this thing is starting to happen. And before we leave, come with me. I want to show you something real quick. It's the giveaway. So this week, get in here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or all 4 days. You could win an Aquarium complete 29-gallon kit just by entering, or if you have a young child between the ages of 4 and 12, you might win a neon glowfish tank. How cool would a glowfish tank be for free? Get in here, come by this weekend and see us. Happy end of March. God bless, and we'll see you back here next week.